in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There it is, everybody. Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of Generation Orange. My name is Edson Ochoa, and Sean is on his way right now. What's up, everybody? Let's take a look at who's on the chat right now. So today's gonna be a weird episode because we're only gonna be for about an hour. That's about it, and everything right now was just pretty much kind of pressured and kind of last minute. You can blame the rain and traffic. Apparently here in Houston it doesn't mix, just like everywhere else in the world. But we thank you all, honestly. Like,
Pull the video feed.
Say again?
Pull the video feed. I can't see it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, son.
It's not Steam. I was actually pulling up the actual live feed.
Oh.
So,
What else?
say hi, Sean.
Hi.
All right,
I can't
take
see
it
anybody's YouTube chat. This kind of sucks.
That's what I'm trying. That's gonna.
It's no good. I don't like it. It's no good. You guys will have to let us know if we're too quiet or anything. Come on, dude. They need to see that. We need to see the YouTube chat. They're like probably talking to us right now. You're killing me.
Oh, and I just killed a
Skeeter.
Yeah, there we go.
Why?
How you doing, Cisco? Darby.
Oh man, look at that.
Hi, Dad. Callow Blues.
Hi, Dad.
Welcome everybody to this short little episode of Generation Orange.
A Houston soccer internet show and podcast, which we failed miserably. Mostly you didn't get the audio up, according to Osmar. So, yep, that look says it all. Somebody forgot. So expect you next week to get this week to get the audio up. Get right to it. We've teased out for the last 3 weeks, maybe even a month now, about. Shut up, Cisco. About keeping your eyes peeled on our YouTube and on our Twitter feed because we had a major announcement, and so we want to share this with you guys because it's like really freaking cool. I wish we had time to like make a graphic for this. But you didn't actually get, I told people you normally don't get home till 6:30. Today, he didn't get home till like 6:50. So the fact we're running right now is actually pretty impressive. We set everything up in like 5 minutes. It was crazy. So, guys, Pitch 25, September 25th. That is the night before USOC final. To share what, Cisco? It's not too early to share. Shush your mouth. Because we're giving away something later on today. Brian knows what it is. Well, actually, he just knows we're giving something away. He actually doesn't know what it is. You don't even know what it is because I've kept it from you. So we got a giveaway a little later today. Again, 1 hour tonight. But yeah, USOC final night before live show out at Pitch 25. We will be on the outside stage, which if you guys have been to Pitch 25, which all you in Texian Army definitely have, you guys know that the outside. Dude, there's like 8, 9 of you in right now, which is about par for the course. So it's pretty awesome. Also, yes, your birthday as well, Edson. Shot out of the loop. Yeah, live show from Pitch 25, September 25th, which is the night before USOC final. We expect every one of you that can make it to be out there. 7 to 10 p.m. We're going to go 3 hours, and we have lined up, and I'm not kidding when I say this, I'm not exaggerating, we have lined up quite the guest roster of people to come on. Just to tease you guys a little bit, we will actually announce next week on the show live on Wednesday. We will announce who will be on the show the following week for the live show. But to tease you guys a little bit, I told you keep your eyes peeled, and I know you guys have figured that one out. Here's another one. Keep watching our channel. You'll figure it out, I promise. Oh, yeah, Calla should be coming out, although he's probably bowling because it's a Tuesday. But next week, Calla, you have no excuse because we're airing on Wednesday. So no bowling on Wednesdays. So, sir, you have no excuse next week. Call in. We're not taking calls this week. So let's real quickly run through a few things. We got business to take care of. So that was first business. September 25th. And again, we're going to announce this on Twitter. We're going to push it out on Facebook. Share it with your friends, share it with your family. We're trying to get out Texting Army. Thank you, Darby, for working on that. And yes, Darby, you can share that now with them. We're trying to get out, I told you we're trying to get out a bunch of different guests. That's not a joke. We're trying to get out Sons of Ben to come out and hang out with us as well, which will be freaking amazing. And then a whole bunch of superior guests. Like, it's going to be lit.
Your
guys.
jaw is going to drop.
It's going to be lit. That's all I'm saying. It's going to be lit. We've been part of the reason we slacked this week is because I've literally been working it the last 4 weeks. Edson will attest, nonstop. I am exhausted right now. But that's how much I'm looking forward to this. I've been trying to work this to get this plan, trying to get a confirmation from Pitch 25. Shout out to Adrian and Brian Ching over there for confirming for me. That is not the giveaway. Don't say that, Bob. I don't have that kind of money. But yeah, it's going to be it's no joke, guys. It's going to be amazing. We're very excited. I know I'm saying that, but I can tell you. Actually, I'll ask you, Edson. Like, are you seriously excited for this show?
Oh man, you have no idea.
Like, it's been crazy to talk about. Like, it's been crazy just talking about what we've been working on, like together, like. Just back and forth.
And just the fact, like, there's so much stuff we wish we could say, but because we want to make sure we kind of just, like...
Got to release it a little bit slowly. Got to use it. You got to use it for the for the push and for the
because if we release
publicity.
everything, like,
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a list. It's a serious list. And again, 3 hours, 7 to 10 p.m. Pitch 25 live. If you guys are out there, you will be live on the show. You guys will have a chance to participate if you want. There will be trivia questions during breaks, which is being done. Legit trivia questions during breaks. We will be giving away prizes live, in person, for those that show up. And these are legit prizes. Some of these are old school Dynamo memorabilia, paraphernalia. We're going to be giving away a couple of other things. You guys do not want to miss this. This is going to be huge, huge, huge. We've put a lot of time and effort in this, and I'm just letting you guys know that if you guys show up and we show up with enough force, there will be front office people paying attention. And regardless what some people on Reddit and Twitter may say, a couple of people really can make a difference. And it gets noticed. So show up, please. I can't say it enough. There's no cover or anything. This is a free event. We're just coordinating with Pitch 25 for the location, and we're going to just do our normal broadcast, but with 3 hours of holy crap level amazing. It's going to start like right away too. Like, first guest coming on is going to be lit. Just 7 o'clock, just right away, which, by the way, that means you have to get off work early. That he's not wrong. But not that kind of paraphernalia, just so you know. Okay. So a couple of things too. I can't say anything, dude. What you doing to me? Don't do that, Blues. Hey, Cisco, I got to coordinate that with you. Anyway, so seriously, though, it's going to be amazing. We really have lined up a lot of guests, I promise you. It's going to be really amazing.
Speaking of the Dynamo Girls, I'm going to share a picture on my social media from the last time the Dynamo Girls were actually a thing, and you guys are going to laugh at me.
No, you won't be staring at your phone. So they're actually working with us so that they pipe the audio through the speaker system outside. So we will literally be taking over the outside of Pitch 25, the outside area there.
Oh, nice.
So we literally have half of Pitch 25 to ourselves, guys. So the more of you that show up, the better. It's just going to set an amazing precedent, and it's going to be out of this world. There's still some coordinating I'm trying to do to get some extra people out there that I still can't talk about yet. And yeah, just trust me, you want to show up. If there's any event other than USOC final to be at, it's going to be Generation Orange live show, Pitch 25, night before USOC final. You will not want to miss this show. So what else do we have to talk about this week? What's taken place? Janine Van Vyk has announced she's going to retire at the end of the season from the Dash. So that's cool. She's been a decent center back. I wouldn't say great, but decent center back.
She did a good job.
Yeah, we will have the stream up for those that aren't able to make it, and also because we pretty much have to record this so that we can release it as podcast format and also on YouTube. Got to keep the week-to-week thing going. Also, reminder, again, just in case you just came in late or in case you didn't see it yet, we will be airing on Wednesday next week. Not Tuesday, Wednesday. So for 1 week only, we will be airing on Wednesday. So that is next Wednesday, and that is the result of work, and I cannot switch that schedule around. I tried. There's no way it's going to happen. And so, yeah. So anyways, no show Tuesday, show Wednesday next week. We will be on air bright and 7 o'clock, early. Speaking of bright and early, man, I really wish this freaking weather would cooperate for a change. I mean, it's good because it's getting all the rain out now before USOC final, but it better stop sometime soon so all this water can drain off because it's crazy. There will be some kind of wager going on. I can assure you of that, Blues. So let's see.
Well, first of all, I guess we can talk that obviously if you guys did not see, there was no Dynamo match this week because of FIFA.
Yeah, there was a FIFA International Day. I was about to talk about that, but it was more like your introduction was kind of weird. Like, if you guys didn't see, of course I didn't see because there was no Dynamo match.
That's the point.
It was pretty bad. But yeah, there was no Dynamo match because of international break. So guys got some rest, which is really good. Although at this point in the season, I'm not sure these guys needed a rest with how they've been playing lately. I think they actually could have used the additional time together. Blues says we're undefeated in the bye weeks, boys. He's not wrong. There's an Atlantic article that came out ranking our academy 21 out of 23. I'll be honest with you. I don't disagree with that ranking whatsoever. We have not produced a lot of results from our academy. It's been the one area that I have consistently said that needed some significant change. And look, they can rank us 21 out of 23 this season, and it can all change in one season with Holliker taking over. So we'll see how him coming in changes things. I expect that he's going to make a lot of changes in the offseason for the Dynamo in terms of academy side. I think we'll see some changes in shifting in players and tiers, and some coaches that are there that have been long-standing coaches are probably going to be gone. But it's going to be pretty amazing to see how he changes things, because the guy is known for being able to take academies to the next level. San Jose has produced at least a few homegrown talents in the last few years since he took over. So we know he's capable of bringing them to the MLS level, which only speaks to how good it's going to be for RGV, because within the next 3 to 4 years, you guys are going to start reaping the benefits of having Holliker in charge of the academy system.
Yeah, and I mean, it makes sense because the Dynamo Academy has produced few players, and the ones that are produced, only Mames and
like the highest they've gotten have been super subs, unless you're a goalkeeper. That's really it. And even their best prospects have all left to go somewhere else. So a change needed to happen, and so it happened. Credit to Cisco for calling out. I do remember this. The Dynamo also announced a rescheduled match. So we get the extra bye week now, 2 weeks before the season's over, which is kind of weird to have an extra bye week 2 weeks before the season's over.
Something called the Campeones Cup. I have a feeling that the MLS...
the fact that the MLS doesn't expect the Dynamo to compete for a playoff spot. So at that point, who cares about that match? Like, as far as MLS is concerned.
Okay, but is it league-wide? Or just them?
It's just us. We're the only ones that rescheduled that match.
Okay, then that makes no sense then.
Yeah, like I said, it's simply because they know that the Dynamo aren't going to be in the playoffs, and they believe the Dynamo don't have a shot at playoffs, and so that match has little importance to them, little importance to Toronto at that point. And of course, they're going to reschedule if they can for Campeones Cup.
Yeah, but that match is against is us against LAFC, I believe.
No, it's Toronto.
It's Toronto.
It's Toronto. Yeah,
okay.
It's Toronto. No, that can't be a Toronto match.
It's not a Toronto match.
So that's not Campeones Cup.
That's what I thought, because I thought it was league-wide.
No, it's not league-wide. It's just a single match.
It's LAFC.
Yeah, but it's just a single match.
Yeah.
Nobody else was rescheduled.
That makes no sense.
It might be because LA, because I think that's an away match, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so it might be that LA has something going on at their stadium, or wanted to have something going on at their stadium that day, and they couldn't because of the Dynamo match. Anyways, thank you, Cisco, for confirming. Guys, as a reminder, also, as soon as this show is over at 8 o'clock, tune in to ESPN, U.S. men's national team versus Busico. You heard me. I know it was lame, but it works. Hey, give Edson some credit. At least he's not wearing his Mexico jersey.
I was going to, but I was like, I'm going to avoid the backlash.
I mean, I would have just gone and grabbed my U.S. jersey, so it
Well,
would
I
have
have
been okay.
both. I would have there was.
But you don't have a half and half, so
Yeah. I would have borrowed your scarf.
Just like Tigres and Monterey, you can't stride the line, buddy. You got to pick one or the other.
That's Tigres, man.
But that's my point. You got to pick one or the other.
No, I don't.
U.S. and
not,
Mexico.
No, not
you
with
can't
national
cheer for
teams.
both. I'm just kidding. It's not true. Versus Texaco. Yeah, he's not wrong. Okay, so let's see. What else do we have to talk about this week? Again, guys, I apologize. It's so choppy, so kind of not really organized, but it was a last-minute throw this show together thing. I've been super busy. Literally had 2 events for next week, which is why I can't make the show next week on Tuesday, thrown at me today, kind of the last minute. So I've been coordinating all that stuff for myself and doing all that stuff. So, yeah, you guys can watch all the ads behind us on the TV. I have it on ESPN because we're going to watch as soon as that thing starts. Yeah, Dash did not play well against North Carolina, but credit to North Carolina. They are the best team in the league. Shut up, Callow. Leave it alone, bro. DMCA doesn't come into effect because I mean I can cover it up. Does that work better? Did I? Okay, there we go. Sorry. Harry says Edson will look good in the San Antonio FC kit coming up, and he should be right about a month now. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to that too, Harry. Looking forward to those pictures and videos because I'm sure there will be both. It's gonna be fun. A lot of fun. Also, guys, huge shout out to Down in the Valley. They've been busting it the last few weeks in particular, and they've been doing a lot of good discussion, a lot of good talk, and they've been just working hard, getting interviews, player interviews, lining up some different stuff, trying to track down some rumors, just really putting in the effort. And I wanted to give you guys a shout out for that.
Thank you.
Keep working. You guys are making strides. I promise it'll pay off. It's just it takes time. I know you're joshing us, Callow. We give as much as we take. Also, just a reminder as well, tune into our Down in the Valley Gaming Network. We do have a few Rocket League videos up there now. Some GTA maybe? No GTA up there. What is the other? Driver is the one. No, not Driver. What is it?
Yeah, it's GTA.
GTA? No, you
Yeah.
have something else up there that you did with Jacob.
The Crew 2.
Crew 2, that's what it was. And
Rocket
I've
League.
recorded a Minecraft video, and I need to edit it, and so that I can upload it. And then also we've got some extra Rocket League that you need to edit and upload as well.
Yes.
And just want to throw it out there. We played ranked for the first time last time, not last night, but last time. And man, we were legit in ranked. Like we were not bad. And then last time we were just bad. So it all evens out in the
It was
end.
just an off day.
It was off. We were terrible at times, man.
So it was funny. So in the beginning, like our communication was great, and then like
It just tapered off hardcore. Like we all just hit a wall. We were tired. Also, Down in the Valley has been releasing a lot of wallpapers, pictures, photos, graphics. Edson, kudos to that. I know you've been working hard on that. You teamed up or partnered with an artist out there to just get some new stuff out. That's really cool. I wish I had time to do that here. Callow is always our captain for Down in the Valley Gaming Rocket League. He really is. Callow is amazing.
So any questions? Take it over to Callow.
That's right. Okay, so guys, hey, Brian, this is to you, Brian and Darby, and also Baron, because I know you're watching. So Baron, stay, if you can, tune in, make sure you're staying watching at 7:30. I got something for you I want to speak about, something just for you. 1,000 people in their section for USOC final. So he asked about that. So that's right. We are kind of curious about that as well. Yes, Aaron. He doesn't have a choice, Mr. Ochoa. I'm sorry. He made the bet. He's got to own up to it.
Yeah.
That's
Like the
how
guy that
goes.
was with the Houston Dynamo fan that had to wear a Frisco fan in the middle of the match.
You mean Justin?
No,
Justin had to do that too.
Yeah, no, but in this past Frisco match,
Oh, I didn't see that.
there was
I
this
didn't read that.
during the broadcast. You saw like this guy in the Dynamo shirt, like get up.
Shush, Bob. It's important. He needs to be here at 7:30. So let's see what else. Make sure you guys tune to the Keeper Notes. Jen was not able to get me the audio today, so that's going to be probably Thursday before I can get it out for her to share it. Darby says she hasn't gotten an update yet on numbers, but she will find out for us as much as she can. Thank you, Darby. Appreciate that. We're curious. I mean, obviously, we're tuned in. We want to know what things are starting to look like. There's been a lot of people, man, that have been like harping, like they've been just Debbie Downer, right? About, we've been trying to do stuff for USOC final. Not even including the Pitch 25 stuff, since we just announced that today. But we tried to start the USOC challenge hashtag, tried to get that going. We've tried to just on Twitter, be very active and engaged about USOC final. We've talked about it on the show a lot. We've had Jay on, and it's like on Reddit, on Twitter, on Facebook, man, people are just absolutely like, they don't understand that this has nothing to do with the front office. Like, we're not doing this because we're paid by the front office. We're not doing this even because they're asking us to do it. This is just purely because we are so passionate about this team that we want to see this team succeed. And sometimes that means that, hey, look, we disagree with the front office. We disagree with what Chris Canetti's done. We disagree with how things are being run. But we can disagree and still support this team. And so, if any of those people are watching right now, and you know who you are, but if any of those people are, man, suck it up and grow up. Seriously, you want to see in the world. Man, this is.
I just like what I don't understand about these kind of people is that they're the first ones to complain about attendance, and you get this whole grassroots movement to try to help with attendance. And they decide not to participate because, what good is that going to do? I mean, at least it's something.
But you know what's crazy? It's the same freaking people that moan and groan about how the Dynamo don't fill up the stadium. Like, you can't sit there and complain about the Dynamo not putting in the effort and then have people put in the effort on their behalf and then down on them for putting in the effort. Like, it's a fan movement. It does not have to be something from the front office. Jay pointed it out that, look, there's the circle of suck, and everything and everyone contribute to the circle of suck. It's not just one side of the equation. And so the more that people do to pull out of that circle of suck, the more that people can get engaged and enthused outside of the circle of suck. So, all I'm saying is, like, Cisco is a good example of this. Like, we both were frustrated, but Cisco's been busting it along with us, trying to help us get guests, trying to help us stay organized, helping us look over show notes to make sure things are set and ready to go, to remind us of stuff that we forget. I mean, like, he's trying to do stuff, and he's trying to be poo-pooing on him trying to be an engaged fan. That's somebody who cares enough to do it. If you don't care enough to do it and all you could do is sit on social media and whine and complain, get out. I'm tired of it. I'm over it.
And we talked about that last week with RGV as well. So many people complaining, and we talked, for example, in that case we were talking about the atmosphere at HB Park, and one of the things that you said was, hey, there's Stampede, or you can just take the initiative and start leading a chant up in the stands, instead of just complaining, it's a library here, then you do something about it. You're more than capable of doing that as well. You don't need to be with the supporters group to start an atmosphere.
I mean, and that's kind of the thing, right? Like, we complain, and we have legit reasons to complain. I mean, there's struggles and frustrations going on, for sure. But at the same time, if you're going to complain and not do anything about it, and I think Jay was really the one that kind of keyed me into this, but if you're going to complain and not do anything about it, why should the front office care? Like, at that point, you've kind of lost your right to complain. There's so many fans that just come to matches and just sit there. Like, just get involved, get engaged. Because, look, I know the team sucks right now, but trust me when I say that, whoa. Was that why I was so quiet?
No.
That's great. No, because look how much louder we are now.
I don't.
That's great. Like, all the static. It was that thing. Anyway, sorry, guys. We had static in our headsets. I couldn't hear crap. And now it's solid as everything is perfect right now. That's a dope change right there. Well done, Mr. Techie. Anyways, what was I talking about? So being engaged. Like, there's so many fans that come to matches and just do nothing. Like, they just sit in their seats. They're totally oblivious to the atmosphere and what's going on around them. I know that there are sections in the stadium, because I hear it all. Chance, they try to get into the match, and then there's people in their section telling them to sit down and shut up. I mean, come on. Like, look, okay, if they're wearing another team's jersey, that's different. But they're in your own stadium trying to support your own team. Like, if there were Rockets fans standing up and cheering during a game, I'm going to be like, hell yeah, keep it up. I'm not going to tell them go sit down because this is a Rockets game. This is church, y'all. No, that's not the type of church I want to go to. I'm just saying it's okay to get involved. I don't care what people around you are saying or doing. I don't care if someone is saying near you, sit down. That's not what. Find my way up to your seat or down to your seat, depending on where you are.
Cisco says, just think how fans would react to a player saying there are certain changes needed to be made for their personal game and nothing happens. They would call them out.
And you're exactly right. Like, players have called out the atmosphere in the stadium repeatedly, and fans go, well, if the team played better. But it's enough. I've had it with that. It can't be, you can't be a supporter of this club and not support the team. You can be a supporter of this club and be upset at what's going on, but you still have to support this team. That has to be number one what goes on. Everything else takes a backseat to that. Sometimes that means you have to take the bad with the good. We had 7 years of good, actually like 8-9 years of good, or 8 years of a good run in MLS. Like, we've had a few bad seasons. The team is not in great shape right now. That doesn't mean we're not going to ever be in great shape. I mean, look at a lot of NFL teams. No NFL team, Patriots included, have had a perfect run throughout their entire run as a franchise. Franchises have ups and they have downs. Astros have had plenty of ups and they've had plenty of downs. Rockets, plenty of ups, plenty of downs. The list goes on and on. Texans, I don't even know if they've had ups yet, but they've had plenty of downs.
Even Real Madrid and Barcelona have had their share of ups and downs.
Everybody does, because look, it's the way that this works, because it's a business, and so and it's sports. In sports, you have players that get hurt. Juan Cabezas. You have coaches that struggle with tactical decisions. Wilmer Cabrera.
Egos.
You have egos that get in the way. You have players that aren't playing up to their potential. You have players that are struggling, that get a lot of red cards. You have young players that come in that don't do exactly what they're supposed to do. Whatever it may be, or things that don't gel, or chemistry, or whatever. There's so many things that happen that, look, you're going to have bad seasons. Understand that that's going to happen. It's okay to have bad seasons. And look, I get that the team right now is totally crap, and that it's a struggle week to week to watch this team in the absolute worst that they've probably ever been. But trust me, it gets better. Get Cabezas back, this team is tenfold better. We may not make the playoffs, but at least we can make a charge for the playoffs. And that starts and that ends with fans showing up to the match, starts and ends with fans getting engaged, starts and ends with fans being just loud and boisterous and creating an environment that these players want to play in and want to be here.
One of the things I mentioned on Down in the Valley, and I think it's something that I have to say on Generation Orange as well, is that fans, they love to complain on social media, and with the anonymity of social media, and they're given a platform, whether it's a radio station or a podcast or anything like that, where that complaint has a face, a voice, and a name, they chicken out.
Yeah.
Or they decide, no.
I mean, how many fans, right, and I'm going to add to this, Glenn Davis has a show, and it's a local radio show. How many fans call in and gripe about the Dynamo? Maybe 1 or 2 a week if we're lucky. Mm-hmm. Like, Glenn Davis is your opportunity to show this radio station that, man, we are an engaged fan base, and you guys have to tune into this show. You guys have to continue to support this show from the radio station standpoint, because it's going to be a big deal. And instead, like 90% of the fan base doesn't even tune into his show.
And there's a reason why Glenn Davis has to put more of his focus
into... And Jesus and Victor have talked about it repeatedly. Yeah. Because fans don't call in, because fans aren't engaged and fans aren't watching. If nobody's calling in to talk about Dynamo, they're going to let people call in and talk about whatever soccer stuff they want to call in and talk about.
Yes.
So what are they going to call in and talk about? Most of the ones that are calling in, they're definitely not Dynamo fans. So the only other things they're going to talk about are either U.S. men's national team, Mexican national team, Liga MX teams, hey, there's a few, or Premier League teams. There's no reason that we can't have 10, 15, 20 Dynamo fans calling in every Tuesday, Monday, and is it Monday and Tuesday? Mm-hmm. I don't know, whatever his nights are. Calling in and giving a take. Your take doesn't have to be more than a few words. Like, man, I'm frustrated. Well, why are you frustrated? And I'm frustrated because of A, B, C. That's okay. That's a take. That's great. Like, that just tells the radio station and tells Glenn that, man, there's an engaged fan base out there and we have to connect with them. Like, that's how you grow the coverage of the team. That's how you grow the engagement of media for the team. And, I asked the question to Jesus a few weeks ago. I'm sorry, Baron, we'll get to your stuff in a minute, I promise. I asked Jesus a few weeks ago when he was on about the whole thing with, or actually I asked Victor the same question. How do we as fans pressure the front office to be more engaged with media, to try to pull the media back in, to try to get them engaged? And his answer was, it starts with Glenn's show. It starts with watching when they have stuff, when they're airing stuff about the Dynamo. It starts with tweeting. It starts with Facebooking about it. It starts with being engaged. It starts with being active and being involved. And I said it, you don't have to be somebody who gets up in the supporters groups and bangs a drum every week. You don't have to do that. You don't have to be somebody that goes to the supporters groups and goes and chants every week. You can be one of those people that the only thing you do week in and week out is you're like Cisco. You tweet about the team. You tweet and you talk about the team. You keep people engaged. You engage people in discussion because that makes people excited. That keeps people focused on what they should be focused on, the Dynamo, because let's be honest, the Dynamo are the best. And so, anyways, I've been rambling and I've been ranting and I'm frustrated and it's hot in this freaking room because of that light and that light. Whew. Anyway, so, okay, we're going to switch gears for just a minute. We were talking about fans and being engaged. A fan. Lord have mercy, I can't speak. Because when we go to Frisco, and we as a collective fan base, when we go to Frisco, we represent the Dynamo. And so when fans go to Frisco and represent the Dynamo, that means you don't walk out of a match early. So I wanted to give a shout out because I heard a story that Barron stuck around even though he was fed up with the way the Dynamo were playing. So kudos, sir, for that, for sticking around. You, sir, are a real fan. He stuck around. He continued to cheer. He continued to be an engaged fan, regardless of how the team was doing. So trust me when I say this, the players appreciate that. The team appreciates that. The front office appreciates that. We appreciate that. And so to show our appreciation, I have secured for you a Brian Ching bobblehead that we will be giving to either your mother or father sometime in the next 2 weeks, probably at the live show. So congrats, sir, for that. And also, huge shout out for being a true fan, for sticking around, and for being a respectful fan, and for showing... I'm coming down with something. For showing what it means to be a Dynamo fan. That's what it means to be a Dynamo fan. You're going to take over. I got to drink. Holy cow.
No,
I'm getting choked up, guys.
I definitely agree with this. I think this Dynamo fan base needs more people, more fans like him, and less fans like Orange Overhaul.
Orange who? I'm sorry, what?
Yes, I went there.
We always go there. Thank you, Cal. Yeah, rip me right now, because, whew, man, I can't. I'm hot under the collar right now. Y'all don't even know it's hot in here.
Dude, it's not even hot.
I'm like sweating like a dog. Maybe I'm getting sick.
I think you are.
Hold on, we're gonna do this for you. Excuse me, folks. All right. Okay. So anyway, so yeah, seriously, Barron, thank you for repping the Dynamo. Thank you for going to Frisco. Thank you for sticking it out like a real fan. And thank you for showing other fans what it means to be a real fan. That's special. There's not a lot of fans that are willing to do that. And you saw it. And you saw how many fans didn't stick around. You saw how many fans stopped cheering during the match. I wasn't there. I can't say that because I had stuff to do. But at the same time, seriously, thank you. Appreciate it, Barron. And, man, just keep repping hard. I promise better times are coming. Keep repping. Don't give up. We appreciate you. We're here for you. If you get frustrated to the point that you need to vent, our phone lines are always open. Except for tonight, which is pretty funny. And actually probably the night of the live show. But we've been taking people in live, so, we'll have to set up an extra mic. Oh, I need to really think about that, don't I?
I think we should have.
I gotta talk to people to get our extra mics and stuff because we're gonna be tight on mics and headsets. I didn't even think about that. All right, so it is 7:36. What else we gotta talk about?
Well, I don't know. So, I mean, we already talked about the Frisco last.
You're welcome, time. Barron. Thank you, sir. Seriously, thank you. So much respect for being a good fan, man. It really does pay off. Trust me. I mean, and people are watching. Trust me when I say people are watching. People notice.
I mean, we can either talk about the Portland match this Saturday, or we can talk about what we saw from both of these teams, U.S. and Mexico, in their past game against Brazil and Uruguay.
What did you say earlier, Cisco? I missed it. Was it about the pitch?
Oh, yes.
They're switching to grass in 2020 or 2019 or no, it must be 2020. Yeah, they're going to switch to grass finally. It only took them 10 years to finally decide to do it. It wasn't actually 10, but it sure as heck felt like it. In Callow said it before, right? Portland fans, their primary reason that they always said, "Oh, we can't do grass," is because of the river and the how wet it is. Excuse me, you guys are about to go to grass. So if you couldn't have done grass before, why can you suddenly do it now? What changes in 2020? Is there some sort of climate change in 2020 that I need to be aware of? Do I need to leave U.S.? I mean, I probably do. But do I need to leave the United States and the Pacific Northwest and just never go that way? I mean, if something's going on, Portland fans, y'all need to let us know. I mean, if y'all got some sort of vision into the future, please let us know. I want to know, do we have to suffer with Trump for more than 4 years? Because if that's going to be the case, I am moving the heck out of the United States. Just saying. This is not a political show, but that has been a political advertisement paid for by. Just kidding. Man, I can't.
Yeah, and I was gonna bring that up, Callow, because you did mention that as well. That before that stadium did actually have grass before.
For 80 years. I mean, it wasn't probably 80 years. It might have been. I don't know. But he's right. I mean, they had grass before, so it's kind of crazy. And Cisco says it right. Seattle can do it as well. Yes, except for Seattle play in the NFL stadium. So for them, it is a little different. It's kind of like Atlanta. We're not going to expect Atlanta to have a grass field anytime soon because they play in a football stadium. And so I'm not expecting Seattle to change anytime soon because they play in the Seahawks stadium. So unless the Seahawks suddenly go real grass, it ain't changing anytime soon. It is a poor excuse, though, Cowley. You're definitely right. Also, guys, if you have something you want to talk about, we have 22 minutes left. Man, I am just so out of it right now. 22 minutes left, and we're more than happy to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about.
So what did you see from the U.S. against Brazil?
I liked what I saw from the young kids. I mean, this was an A-level Brazil lineup, and the kids looked pretty decent. I mean, they had a couple of defensive mistakes, but they're young. That's going to happen. I was okay with the mistakes they made. They had chances on goal. Not a lot, but they had chances on goal. They made strides. They showed that they were learning the game. I felt like McKinney looked really good. I thought he had a couple of really good moments and then a couple that were not so great. But again, young player, that doesn't surprise me. I was so glad to see someone on the left flank other than Fabian Johnson or Beasley or who else has played at left back recently that I can't think of. I don't know. I can't think of who the last one was other than those two. It's been other players. I just can't think of who they are.
Oh, you mean like Nagby?
Nagby had left back.
Left back.
Left
back. It's been Bees. It's been
Fabian Johnson, and then Cisco can tell us. He knows. Bob says Barron is the best Barron I know. That's actually, I could agree with that.
So what I saw.
Corona, Joe Corona. He played back there and was terrible. And don't get me wrong. Is his name Adam Johnson? Is that who that was out there wide? I can't even remember. Adam Robinson was out wide, and he didn't look great, but he had moments that he looked decent. And that's what I'm looking for with young kids. I'm not looking for them to have a complete game at 17, 18, 19 years old, 20 years old. I'm looking for them to have moments that show me that if they can connect these moments, they can start making that progression to mature into that full 90 of a match. And I felt like they definitely had some moments for sure. It was Adam Robinson or Anthony Robinson. That's what his name was. Anthony Robinson. And you had John Brooks and Matt Miazga back in the back. I actually did not hate those back two. Yedlin left a lot to be desired. Going forward, he was not very good. He got dispossessed constantly. And sitting back, he was not any better. So Yedlin, for me, I'm done with that experiment. It's time to move on. He's got speed to burn, but speed does not always equal great chances on goal. I have not gone to a match with my face painted, but I did go to a match with a ton of U.S. Just like I created a U.S. outfit because I was sitting in the American Outlaws section for the Argentina-U.S. match back during Copa Centenario Americana, whatever it was. Copa America Centenario? That thing, whatever he said. By the way, when you're turned away from the mic, nobody can hear you.
Oh, no, I'm looking at the formation for Mexico.
Oh. It's Mexico.
5 in the back.
Stop.
Interesting.
Well, that's because they're scared of U.S. I'm just kidding. It's probably actually like 3 in the back, and they got their outside backs that'll play wing backs, and they'll push up high. Yeah, that's okay. So Brazil started Neymar, Firmino, Diego Costa, who just destroyed Robinson 2 or 3 times. Just made him look silly. Coutinho, who's still one of the best players absolutely in the game right now. Casemiro, who's one of the best DMs and CMs in the game. Fred was crap. He didn't need to be on the pitch. Fabinho was solid as always. Marquinhos was solid as always.
Thiago Silva.
Yeah, Silva was fine.
Felipe
Luis, yeah. And then Alisson in goal. I thought Alisson had a decent game. He had a couple of saves.
This is a really stacked.
It was an A Brazil lineup. Yeah. This was not a B lineup. And the Dynamo played a ton of young players. I mean, Bobby Wood is what, 25, 26, 27? Huh?
The Dynamo?
I said Bobby Wood.
No, you said the Dynamo played a lot of really
the U.S. men's. I told you I'm getting sick. U.S. men's national team. Weston McKennie, like I said, he looked good. Julian Green had a moment, but that was about the extent of it. He did not look great that match. Tyler Adams had a couple of moments, but he also had some moments where tracking back he was terrible. Will Trapp, I could have done without Will Trapp. I know that the announcers had a lot of love for him, but personally, I did not think he played that well. Paul Areola, okay, I could have lived without him starting. He's a good player, but not a great player. And Zach Steffen, I thought as a goalkeeper, he had some great saves.
And it's Douglas Costa, not Diego Costa. Sorry,
right,
guys.
Douglas. Yeah, Diego Costa plays for Spain. Yeah, and I can't stand him because he played for Chelsea. But it's not just because he played for Chelsea. It's also because he's a jerk of a player and makes Sergio Ramos look like a clean player, if you know what I mean. And then the Yedlin. I don't know if you guys saw the Yedlin GIF after the match that came out. Where Yedlin had made a tackle on Neymar. Neymar flopped, of course, because that's what Neymar does. And the ref came over and was, going to give Yedlin a card. He might have even given him a card, or at least called the foul. And Yedlin asked him 3 times, "Did you see the World Cup? Did you see the World Cup? Did you see the World Cup?" Like that. And it was like, I laughed when I saw that GIF because that's completely like I'd have been the same way. Like, did you watch that World Cup? Because that's what that dude does. Like, that's what he's known for. I thought it was pretty funny. Thankfully, that was a friendly, so who cares? Yeah, actually, if you can send me some immunity, that would be fantastic. I hope I'm not getting sick. If I am, I've got a remedy that usually works pretty well for me. But Cisco ain't wrong. There's crap going around for sure. Although, actually, if I get sick, that means I don't have to go to the thing next week. So maybe I can be sick for like a week. It'll be great. No, I don't do emergency. I actually do the real Sudafed. So, side note, if you guys go to the pharmacy and you ask for the real Sudafed, they give you different stuff than the over-the-counter crap you get from, not the over-the-counter, the stuff in the aisle. And the real Sudafed, it is so much better. Like, I take it before I go to bed when I feel like I'm getting sick. I wake up the next morning, no problems. And that's been the case for more than a year and a half now. Like, it's crazy how well that stuff works. And then also allergy meds, huge help for that as well. But enough about our medical chat for today. Another medical chat actually. AJD is ready to come back. Juan David Cabezas needs probably some game time, so maybe RGV time pretty soon.
I've been refreshing constantly the USL roster.
You're waiting for him to show up?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for him to show up.
I wonder if he can because he's an international player.
Yeah, remember that they dropped a couple of internationals.
Maybe they were prepping for that. Maybe that was part of that too. Not the only reason, but definitely part of it.
Yeah, plus Camilo Monroy's coming back.
Very interesting stuff going on with RGV. You guys need to tune in on Thursday this week. They're not airing on Wednesdays. They have now officially moved, thanks to us pushing them to move on to Thursdays. Yes, Sudafed PE. That stuff is amazing. No. Sorry. Not Sudafed PE. PE is the stuff that you get from the aisle.
That's the OTC, yeah.
Yeah, you need to go to the counter for the pharmacy and say, I want the real Sudafed. It's so great that they actually have to check your driver's license because you're only allowed to get so much per every few weeks because you can cook it into meth.
Breaking Bad.
I did not say that out loud, but that's the way that works. So seriously, though, guys, again, reminder, wow, we are down to 15 minutes. Holy cow. Well, I guess it's only been an hour, so yeah. It just feels like it's gone by fast, but it's gone by probably as fast as normal. So again, reminder, Tuesday, September 25th at 7 p.m. Central to 10 p.m. Central. Generation Orange goes live at Pitch 25. We will be giving away... this is a PG stream. Shut up, Blues. It is, though. You're right, especially since Baron's on. What's up, Baron? He made me lose my train of thought. Tuesday, September 25th, we will be giving away prizes, 7 to 10 p.m. We'll have trivia. We'll give away prizes for trivia.
Special guests.
Tons of special guests. We're going to announce the first 2 guests at the end of this show, which I'm pretty excited about as well, because they're ready to announce as much as we are, which is great. And then also... USOC final. Make sure you get your tickets if you haven't already. It's going to be lit. It's going to be amazing. We have like 3 rows or something that we've gotten almost exclusively for Discord people. Because we hopped on that right away. We all wanted to sit together, so we made it happen. Shout out to Discord people, by the way. Callow, Blues, amazing stuff. Although Callow's probably not going because he's a turd. I didn't say that out loud. But let's see, what else? Cisco, help me out here. What else is there? Because I know I'm forgetting something that's supposed to be coming up. Jay's going to be on next week. I'm working to get Jay on next week. Keeper Notes is supposed to be on next week as well. I'm working to get Jen on. She wants to come on. She wants to talk Dash now that the Dash season is basically over. She wants to kind of recap it and talk a few things. So she's coming on next week. Again, that show's on Wednesday, not Tuesday. So Wednesday at 7 p.m., just like we normally go. Tuesday at 7 p.m. But since Down in the Valley moved, it made our Wednesday shift on this week much easier now. So that's a lot. That worked out to our favor in this case.
Had to do a lot with ratings as well.
Yeah, that too. Sure. Is the game already going? Am I missing the game?
No.
Oh, okay. I think he's just predicting.
No, he's talking about Brazil.
Oh, no, I know. That's what I'm saying. Is the game already going? Oh, that's Brazil. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
We're not playing Brazil again. I was like so confused. Oh, yeah, and Cisco's also supposed to be coming and hanging out with us Wednesday, if he can. He's got some charts and some graphs and some stuff talking about financials, the team financials, ownership, owners' financials, and things like that, to just highlight a few of the things that we've been saying, a few of the things he's been saying, a few of the things some fans have been saying, to try to just remind fans why some of the issues that we see are the things that we currently see. That's fine, Callow. I know you got a bunch of tickets for friends or something like that, or coworkers, which is fine. We understand that. You don't love us. It's cool. We understand. Also, a reminder again, Down in the Valley Gaming. You can go watch our videos as soon as this is over. While you're watching while you're watching U.S.-Mexico, you can turn on some Down in the Valley Gaming, especially if we're down like 6-0 at halftime. You can feel free to turn that match off and turn on our Rocket League and watch us go down 5-0 at halftime. Just kidding. No, we weren't quite that bad for most of the matches.
In the beginning, yes.
Well, it took time. We had to learn. We had to learn how each other played, and I feel like we finally kind of have a semblance of what we're doing. We each kind of have our own positions.
It's because Travis and Andres weren't in our team.
Man, it makes such a huge difference. So Travis and Andres are like legendary. Like when it comes to Rocket League, like that's the rank that they are. That's how good they are. That's how much they've played. And then we're all like scrubs. So like you put us on a team with 2 legendaries, and so like the way that the system works is it matches you based on whoever's your highest ranked person. So we were going against teams that were nothing but legendaries, and you had us 3 scrubs. Oh, it was just terrible. I mean, we were just getting owned left and right, but we learned a lot of things from those matches.
And we also pretty much hijacked the stream.
Yeah, some guy had a stream. That's pretty funny. I do want to tell that story. So we hop into this game. We'd been playing 3 or 4 matches before this. We hop into this game, and this guy's name had Twitch in it. And so we were like, oh, well, maybe he's got a stream. So we went and searched for him and found him. And sure enough, he was live streaming while we were playing. So we were all bad-mouthing, like not bad-mouthing, but we were all making comments and stuff in chat while we're playing about his Twitch stream because we all had it tuned in while we were playing. We played terrible. Actually, no, we didn't play that bad that match, did we? No, we did. We got owned. That's right, because they had a bunch of good players. We got owned, but it was a lot of fun. But yeah, there are a lot of. I mean, like seriously, I would be surprised. Oh, by the way, side note, Dynamo have released the away tickets to Sons of Ben, and I know most of you know this, but the Union have offered to pay for tickets for any Philly supporter that is flying in for the match, and that's a pretty big deal. Like that's. That shows how big USOC actually is, that a team is willing to do that. Because these tickets are not necessarily cheap for them. I mean, it's probably, they're probably losing $20, $30 on each ticket. But, I mean, it's a big deal. And they were talking they wanted up to 1,000. So they bring 1,000, we bring 19, 20, 21,000 roughly to 1,000. I feel like we're going to own the stadium and own this game. But seriously, if you know people that haven't bought their tickets yet and they're holding out for something, who knows what, tell them to go buy their freaking tickets because, man, they're not going to have much time left. Like, there's a lot of sections already sold out.
Nice, Callow.
Yeah, Callow, I remember him talking about that in Discord chat. He's, Callow took the time to buy a bunch of tickets for his families and their coworkers and families and stuff. And so he's bringing like 40-something people, 27 tickets. Bob says if we win Open Cup, he's going to Disney. That's pretty awesome. All right, so let's recap and close because this is 7:52 and I really don't want to miss this match. So we air every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central on this YouTube channel. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe this video. I know it's been a short video. I know it's been a short week. But we are absolutely just rocking and rolling because we want to hop in and watch this game. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the Down in the Valley Gaming channel. Make sure you guys like and share the Down in the Valley videos that air every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central. Gaming videos pop up online whenever Edson can edit and upload, and whenever I can edit and upload, which isn't very frequent. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to Keeper Notes Podcast, Mixed Zone, as it's called, MIXXED Zone. Jen Cooper does an awesome job, especially if you're into WOSO at all. Make sure you guys also check out the Beautiful Game Network, bgn.fm. They do a lot of really good stuff, and one of the Down in the Valley guys is now writing for them. Ray is writing for them, which is pretty awesome. For there, I can't even keep up with who's there anymore. Make sure you guys check out the Discord. If you guys aren't part of the Discord chat, definitely ask for the link. We'll be happy to give it to you guys. It is 24/7 almost. We do sleep, some of us, most of us.
And if you guys have any friends or relatives that are Spanish speaking, be sure to go to Mente Futbolera. We'll be writing some Dynamo articles for them, for the Hispanic audience as well.
And speaking of, also, if you know somebody who's into FIFA and wants to play pro clubs with somebody, we are looking to kind of organize a pro club under the RGV Toros, whoever that team is, that they're the unofficial official RGV Toros team.
Yes.
Yeah. So we want to kind of jump in with them and help out if we can to help get them some extra people.
Yeah, we're actually Rene got in contact with me yesterday. We were talking about that. We wanted to do something like that with on the Xbox One.
Yeah. In the time before that,
I did.
No, it was 2-2. We drew. I don't know what you're talking about. We went to penalties. You remember that crap? We went to penalties. No, we didn't go to penalties. We went to extra time in an aggregate.
It was just a bad day for me.
Because I
lost with Cisco.
You were terrible.
I lost against
dude,
Cisco.
He just called you out, Cisco. Cisco's not that bad. He beat me.
No, I know, but he still beat me with Tigres. That's why I mean.
I'm just saying.
Like I had Tigres and he had a team he never played for and he beat me.
Well, Callow, you need to get an Xbox One, and I know money's not an issue for you, so just get an Xbox One, dude. It's worth it. Trust me. It's much better.
And by the way, like for that, once we get an official team, I have the perfect
graphic.
No, actually, like trailer presentation.
Nice.
For this team.
Yeah, awesome. So, also, there's more announcements to come. I promise. We're waiting on some stuff to get confirmed. This is not the end. This is just the beginning. I promise you guys, we are pumping into this as hard as we can. When I say we're exhausted, it's not because we're exhausted of doing this. It's because we're exhausted from busting, trying to get some stuff going on. I hear you, Cal. That was a joke. The Dynamo Night Out was rescheduled. Have they announced a date yet, Cisco, for that, or a time? I'm guessing probably not. It's too early for that. They probably just said we'll announce a TBD type thing, to be determined. Yeah, the soccer night out. Yeah, I know. I knew what you meant.
So be sure to.
They haven't announced a date and time yet. So yeah, that'll get announced at some point. We'll announce it whenever we see it pop up.
Yeah, so just let us know on Twitter. We'll keep a list of people. Give us your
interested. We'll do tryouts. If we get enough people, we'll do tryouts. You guys can play us and see who beats us.
And once again, Callow will be captain.
Callow doesn't have an Xbox One.
Oh, okay. Then I'll be captain then.
Oh God. So by the way, one thing that Edson does or doesn't do in Rocket League is play defense. Not Callow. Edson plays one thing and one thing only, and that's offense. Edson also has a tendency in Rocket League to go for every ball, even if a teammate is already going for that ball, which means a lot of the times he knocks his teammates out of the way, and it takes them a while to recover. Callow is going to shout this out because he knows exactly what I'm talking about. And we always make fun of Edson because it's really funny how bad it is. But he's just one mode, and that's go. Like, he has no second gear at all. It's just first gear all the way. Or I guess fifth gear all the way. Yeah, Cisco. Hey, I'm just saying, Cisco, the Xbox One is always available, dude. Come on over more often, and you can play some Xbox One. We'll get better so we can beat Edson together. But yeah, Edson, play defense, bro. Learn to play defense. And it's really funny because if Edson's trying to cover the goal, he's never gonna block that shot. Like if he's standing still, he's never gonna block that shot. He's like, yeah, I know. He's not wrong. It's pretty funny. Like he'll literally like blatant terrible.
Yeah, like
miss.
I just get this tunnel vision and like I see the ball and I'm going for it and then all of a sudden like Callow comes to me and knocks me over like no get out of the
Yeah,
way.
it's pretty funny. We have a good time with Rocket League. It's a really fun game. If you guys don't have it, definitely go get it. And if you guys are interested in joining up and playing, we actually have a club now on there. They have clubs now. Generation Orange Dynamo. And we'll be happy to invite you to our club. You have to be in the Discord chat because we use voice chat and Discord to coordinate, and it does work a lot better.
Yeah, and we can practice, 4-on-4? You can either be the Disciples of Weaver or the Disciples of Edson. I mean, Elise.
Yeah, Edson, get out of here. With that being said, guys, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate all you guys that stuck around. We know that this was kind of a very, very wild and crazy, chaotic night. But let's go USA and screw Mexico. Forever Orange, Somos Toros, -TF on. See y'all next week at Wednesday at 7 p.m.
Take care, guys.
Actually, see you guys Thursday because you're coming and watching down in the valley, right, guys? Right.
The invitation is open.
See y'all next week.
Do you need me the way I miss you? 'Cause I can barely. You're the one I can't deny. I wanna take you side. Take you